Welcome back to the channel. My name's Tom, and today I'm taking a look at not just one flea market, but 4 flea markets. Yes, you heard me right, 4 flea markets. Why, you may ask? Well, basically, I just didn't have enough footage, or enough good footage, from each of these flea markets to make up a full 20 to 30 minute video. So rather than just deleting all the footage, I decided to take what I consider to be the highlights from each of them and smush them all together to make this one hopefully good 30-minute video. First up, we have the Torrington Watermelon Festival flea market from August of 2024. So let's see what we can find. Hi. It's interesting. I don't know. It doesn't seem to be advertising anything. It's just... If I had to guess, I would say that's probably from the 40s or 50s, just based on what the woman is wearing. But I don't know if that would technically be considered a character glass or a promo glass. You know, like, was it advertising a restaurant or some sort of event, or was it just sold as a set of glasses with a pretty woman on it? I don't know. If anybody does know, please let me know in the comments. Hi, how much is this? There's no price on it. $2?
No, I know there was a bunch.
All right. Yeah, I'll take that for $2. And don't forget, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, and hit that notification bell. I've got a lot more flea market videos coming up. And remember, if I get to 40,000 subscribers, I'll do a video tour of the Nerd Cave. So subscribe now. Here's some interesting autographed photographs. We've got the one on the right here is Jim Neighbors from Gomer Pyle. And I'm not sure who the woman is. Her name seems to be Barbara something, but that's just about all I could make out. What are you asking on these? On the 20 a piece? Assuming these are legit autographs, and I think they probably are, $20 a piece does not sound bad at all, especially for the Jim Neighbors one. Right. But I honestly know nothing about the value of autographs, and I personally don't collect autographs. At least not yet. Harry Monty, it looks like his name is.
Yeah.
And then over here they had some pretty cool movie posters. These are reproductions. I would guess these were printed probably within the last 20 years. But they're only $5 a piece, and they came with their own top loader. So to buy these new, it would probably be at least, I mean, minimum $10, $15, $20, I would think, for the poster plus the top loader. I thought that was pretty cool. The Spider. I've never heard of that movie, but that poster is pretty nice. And of course, Psycho. Got a couple Psychos in there. Charlie Chan. Gun Crazy. Never heard of that one. Mad Max, of course, I have heard of. I didn't buy Mad Max, but I should have. I don't know why I didn't. And then a Superman poster.
No, I know there was a bunch.
But ultimately, I ended up buying the E.T. and the Spider. So $10 total. I thought that was a pretty good deal.
Yeah, I'll take these two for 10. I got 5 each.
This is probably the strangest belt buckle I've ever seen. It's a power outlet belt buckle for $5.
It's an interesting belt buckle.
Oh, yeah.
Thought this was kind of neat. I think it's a mini Poppin' Fresh or Pillsbury Doughboy figure. Looks like it used to have a plug on the bottom, which it's missing, but it was only $1. Which is, needless to say, a really good price. Then this is a Pluto push-up puppet, probably from the 70s, and they're asking $10 on that. That doesn't sound like a bad price either.
I'll take that for $1.
And now moving on to the Marriers Flea Market from July 2024. And it was like a ghost town here. It might have been the weather because it was really hot and humid, but I would say maybe 20% of the vendors showed up, and there were barely any customers. So I actually didn't end up buying anything at this entire flea market, but that's not to say there weren't interesting things to look at. So let's take a look around. Here's a program from the Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey Circus, and I am fairly certain I had that as a kid. That's probably from the late 80s. And then that one looks a little bit older, probably 70s or early 80s. Thought this was kind of neat. This is a sheet of stamps. It's the First Man on the Moon from 1969, and those actually don't go for that much. I checked on eBay, and you can get a sheet like that for between like about $5 and $15, believe it or not. Being framed like that, it might be worth, I don't know, 20, 30 bucks max, in my opinion. I didn't see a price on it though, so I'm not sure what he was asking. Now, I thought this was really cool. I had no idea what it was, but I knew it was cool.
Looks like, well, it says Bureau of Aeronautics. I'm guessing it's some sort of, like, site for bombing, maybe?
Oh.
Possibly?
I met a guy, I live around D.C., I met a guy
Yeah.
who said he was in the Pentagon. They use them when they take, like, a spy plane.
Yeah.
And they'll do, like, aerial shots, and they'll come back and have one of them in there.
Oh, like to view the photos?
Yeah,
real close up?
Photos, slide them under.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Cool.
Because it goes from the sides, it's got mirrors on the sides. Right underneath, you flip it over.
Oh, yeah.
Underneath the big panels, they got mirrors on the sides somehow.
Oh, yeah.
That's interesting.
Huh. Yeah, never seen one like that.
You might need it in the light, I don't know.
What are you asking on that?
125.
Okay.
It says it's from what the aeronautic space.
Yeah, Bureau of Aeronautics.
It's got some label on it.
Yep.
I got it a couple years ago around DC somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, it's neat.
I know I've never seen one before.
No, no. Didn't know they existed.
Well, do you know Leo? Leo has property down in Broomfield, and in the back, he rents. I know the German guy has a container there. I don't know if he
Old
has
tickets for
containers
Tina Turner,
out or not back
1985.
there.
Oh, nice.
How you guys doing?
Good, how are you?
Here's something I never knew existed. This is a board game based on the video game Centipede. I'm assuming it's from the late 70s, early 80s. And they're asking 10 bucks for it, which doesn't sound bad, but I would be worried that it's missing some parts. I just don't know if it's got everything. But if it's complete, 10 bucks, I would definitely have paid that. Here's another game I've never heard of before. This is Batman Forever the game. He was asking 8 bucks on it. Batman Forever, of course, was a movie that came out in 1995. It says it includes an audio cassette with clips from the movie, which is kind of cool. But if I remember correctly, by 1995, even back then, I'm pretty sure I would have thought cassettes were old-fashioned, because I had moved on to CDs probably by the late 80s. But let me know in the comments, who out there was still listening to audio cassettes back in the mid-90s? Here's an old handheld game, which I think is probably late 70s, early 80s. It's called Total Control 4. He's got it priced at $15, which doesn't sound bad to me. And the more that I look at this table, I think this vendor was at Fandom Flea back in 2023. Pretty sure. I'm starting to recognize the items for sale here. And then this vendor here always has a lot of great stuff. It's like really high quality. It's usually outside my price range, but again, it's great to look at. These photos are really interesting, but also extremely creepy. These are obviously some guy in his casket at his funeral. He was asking $155 for the pair, and I have no idea if that's a good price or not, but that's something I would never consider buying. Just never. It's just way too creepy.
Okay, I'm gonna go get us ice. What do you like to drink? Oh, I brought a Gatorade. Oh, okay. You don't have to get that out. No, I want to put something I can't remember what maybe after, at some point today, I know I can't afford to really spend anything. Check out.
He was asking $235 for the Sinclair truck, which says it's from the 1930s. And then this Swift boat, which apparently was made in Japan, he's asking $35.
Some old Christmas tree lights.
That's old corn.
Yeah.
I would guess these are probably from the teens or 20s. And they are probably very dangerous to use nowadays.
How you guys doing?
Probably
Good,
burn
how are
your
you?
house down.
It'd help you just yell out.
Okay, thanks.
And then I'll yell out to the guy who owns the stuff. Cause
Oh, yeah.
he's going somewhere.
It's a big frog.
Oh, yeah. It's heavy, I bet.
Yeah, I think it's a doorstop, probably.
Yep.
I almost bought this. This is an Atari Pong console from, I think, 1975. And I had one almost exactly like this back in the early 80s. My grandmother got it for me at a tag sale, so she got it used. And we used to play it when we'd go over to my grandmother's house on the weekends. No idea what happened to it. We probably sold it at another tag sale. So this one definitely had the nostalgia factor going for it.
Excuse me. How much you asking on the Pong?
The what?
Pong? The game console?
Oh, I think, is that the Atari one?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was asking, I think, 40 for that.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
40 is not bad, but that's actually what it's going for on eBay, so that's not really a deal. And the problem is also you don't know if these things work, and unlike on eBay, you can't return them if they don't work. So I did pass. All right, so now going back a couple years to June of 2022, this is what they were calling the Collinsville Vintage Tag Sale. And I would say it's a really big tag sale or a very small flea market. But they did have a few cool things here, so let's take a look around.
I bought like 6 of them this morning. I can't even find them now. I gotta go find them. Oh, gosh. It's suntan today. Wow, so much No, because I wonder No, giving it away.
This is kind of neat. This looks like a poster you'd see in a hobby shop. It says Bandai, and it's obviously a, I think it's a Panzer tank from World War II. I didn't see a price on it though, so I'm not sure what they were asking. Remember when cereal used to come with toys and prizes in it? This one I think is from 2001, so this is, at this point, 23-year-old Cheerios, which I don't think I'd want in my house because I'm sure it's got some sort of bugs living in it, or at least did at one point.
I'm going to ask if I pick up some art for her. $2.
Need a matching set.
We have 2 of them together?
I don't know. I don't think
I
it
don't know.
probably doesn't matter.
If they had a 4
Yeah.
or a 9.
Excuse me.
How do you know who to pay?
Probably that guy.
Oh. Is this your stuff? Oh.
I'm into collecting vintage computer stuff, and I thought this was pretty cool. This is a Windows 98 keyboard from CompUSA, and it would have been from the late 90s, early 2000s. And I actually remember when this specific keyboard was for sale, I think they had some rebate on it where after the rebate it was free. It's total garbage, but I love it.
Hi, is this your stuff?
Yeah.
How much is the old keyboard?
Yeah, that's, honey, how much is the keyboard?
$2.
$2? All right, I'll do that.
This looks like an antique clothes hanger.
We'll put him on the table.
I don't think I've ever seen one that looks quite like that before.
I know, and it's the women, it's his women. It's all his women, which he was probably the most chauvinistic artist of ever. And for him and some of the women. Hi, is there a price on the Florida League? Oh yes. And I'll tell you, it came off a Victorian home in Kona in Westchester, and I made this. I was gonna do that and discuss it.
Nursing field.
Aaron, I'll get her a poster.
There you go.
Smokey the Bear.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, that's
So that's what
nice.
happens when you leave it out in the sun. It's condensation.
Oh, is that what? Oh, I was thinking it was decoration. Yeah, that's too bad.
Yep.
Because that's nice. How much is that one down below? $8. It's actually not so bad price.
Jump dog.
Did you touch it?
Oh no!
Yeah, maybe so then I'll find out.
You gotta get more tarps. That thing's been
Honey,
precarious
honey,
all day. It like doesn't.
Oh, I thought it was opening on its own. I'm sorry, I didn't
Oh.
see it.
I didn't know what you were yelling at me about. You thought I was like using the force?
It's blowing away in the wind.
We lost the structure.
The attic is some.
Here, just you should spread those out more.
We got what happened?
Tell them what happened. Quietly.
Oh, are these turned around for out of the sun?
I don't know.
Oh.
They were facing.
$10. What, the chairs or the
Yeah, the chairs.
chairs are 50? That's a little bit.
Oh, that's
A little bit high.
neat. That's down here, I think.
It might be, yeah.
All right, now moving on to the final flea market / tag sale. This is what I called the Simsbury Airport Tag Sale because it was across the street from the Simsbury Airport. This was back in September of 2022. This guy's had a few of these tag sales, but this was the first one I ever went to. And I don't think he's had it since this, but I could be wrong. And I did end up finding a couple things here, but it's very heavy on tools and hardware, which I'm not really into. But he did have some other cool stuff as well. This is an inflatable seat cushion from the 1984 Olympics in Los Angeles. Never seen one of those before. And I remember that was, I think, the first Olympics I ever watched live on TV. I do have a very small collection of cameras, and this is a Kodak tourist camera, which I think is from the 50s. It's in really nice condition. I checked on eBay. They seem to sell for about $20 plus shipping. This one has its carrying case, and for the life of me, I could not get it out of the carrying case. I'm not sure what the secret is there, but it was not coming out.
Some of us still have them in our cars.
They had a nice little selection here of some Blu-rays and DVDs, and I think they said the Blu-rays were $3 each, which is about what I normally see them go for at Goodwill, $2 to $3 on average, and I get a lot of Blu-rays at Goodwill, believe it or not. So I didn't end up buying any of these because I actually have all of these. I have a little app on my phone which tells me all the Blu-rays and DVDs that I own, which is very helpful because a lot of times I'll completely forget that I own something, and then I run across it and I'm like, oh wow, I didn't know I had that. But I actually did check my phone, and I do own this copy of Bambi. Here's another camera. This is a Polaroid 220 land camera from, I think, the late 60s. And this one comes with the original carrying case plus the case for the camera itself, so it's pretty complete. Plus it's got, you see there on the left, that flash gun that comes with it. And I did end up buying this because I got a pretty good deal on it.
I don't know. I never did any of that. It's just here to come and go.
And I also found this Berkeley Keystone 310 Pocket Everflash camera, also complete in the box, and it looks like it's never been used. Honestly, it looks like it's pretty much new old stock. And I think this is probably from the 70s, possibly the early 80s.
Excuse me. How much are the how much is the Polaroid camera there? Oh, sorry.
I didn't know I had one.
Yeah, and I'm assuming this goes with it's a flash
Oh yeah,
thing.
$10.
10 bucks?
Yeah.
For both?
Good.
Yeah, I could do that.
Okay. I have a feeling you were waiting to hear 20.
Well, I'll go with 10. That works for me.
Yeah,
And actually,
got it.
how much? This is a camera of some sort too.
Yep. Some
Take
more?
5.
All right.
15 for both. So you said
Yeah,
10, then
yeah.
5.
Okay.
All right, I can do that.
I was very pleased with that deal.
All right, thanks.
And there you have it. That's what I guess you'd call my 4-in-1 flea market video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, and hit that notification bell. I've got a lot more flea market videos coming up, as well as mall walkthroughs and store walkthroughs. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.